Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Concepts Daily Recovery Snack on this Tuesday, April 28th. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Had a good Monday and are moving along, getting it together, getting ready to do it again. Whatever it is, we all have different stuff in different phases and different seasons of life and employment and so whatever it is. Hope you're getting prepared and ready to go and counting blessings and finding gratitude. Sometimes that's easier, even if it's a hard job you're heading out to. Not necessarily an occupation, but a hard thing you're heading out to. Hope you've got yourself positioned well to where you're in the best place to go forward and deal with it. Get close with your HP. Get close with your higher power. Ask for a little bit of help. There's nothing wrong with not having it all together. Fact of the matter is, most people don't. They might appear that way, but most people don't. And you can make yourself sick trying to appear that way. Let's see what we got going on here on April 28th. A quote from Isabel Allende. Isabel Allende. Allende. I'm probably butchering it. Anger was spreading through me like a malignant tumor. We often hear in meetings, we addicts can't afford to be angry. The reasons are many. Anger fuels and inflates our egos. Anger disconnects us from our conscious, our values, and the conscious contact we have worked hard to nurture. Anger gives us a sense of entitlement. We believe we can do and say whatever we want. Anger allows us to feel self-righteous and above others, increasing our isolation. Anger creates a separation from the we of our program back to the me of arrogance. Anger is often a mask for hurt or fears. If we can stay angry, if we stay angry, we never learn how to effectively face and deal with the feelings. We stay reactive instead of embracing the serenity that awaits us. We need to question ourselves when we feel angry. We need to stop the cancer of anger from growing in our hearts and souls. Prayer for the day. Higher power. I often use anger to cover up my hurts and fears. I am weak. You are strong. Give me the willingness to turn to your strength instead of my anger. Today's action. Today I will write down 5 examples of how my anger has gotten me into trouble. I will think about how the outcome would have been different if I had turned to my higher power or others to help me. The big book talks about being righteously indignant at points in times and feeling justified in that fact. Righteously indignant. And I can absolutely relate to that because, not proud of the facts or whatever, but the facts are as such that I was a know-it-all. This thing talks about fear, anger being a mask for fear, uncertainness. I think anger masks a lot of things. I know in my journey, I've found out that I can fall back on getting an attitude or being angry over feelings being hurt. Absolutely fear, being scared of something, not understanding something. There's a lot of ways I used to be able to slip into anger. And it was all about what it talks about, not being able to deal with the actual feelings that were going on. Not that I don't have, a bona fide damn reason to get angry every once in a while. I mean, it's a natural emotion. I don't know if I want to teeter on healthy. I think having anger can be a healthy emotion. But I don't think having it be your default go-to, you know, like a descriptive of your life and your personality and your way. I believe that's unhealthy. But I see it all the time. Anger is something that feels comfortable to some people because they found it to work. If I get angry, people stay away from me. And if I'm in a sense or a time of uncertainty or fear, I may not want anybody around me. So if I show my ass and act like I'm all pissed off, it's a whole lot easier for people to be away from me. And over time, I believe I came to know that. And although it may have a subconscious level to where I didn't understand it, but as you go through and you set your habits and you learn how to deal, or better yet, describing me, not deal with the things that are bothering you or challenging you, you can't help but go through the trial and error of things. And anger, that was an area that I could get myself into. It wasn't my default, I don't think. I would rather argue with you. I would rather argue with you all day long. My mom always said I should have been a lawyer. But I would rather argue with you and try to convince you. And these days I understand the word manipulate you, manipulation a whole lot better than I did back then. But I needed you to see it my way. Anger I could get to if everything else didn't work, man. But I wanted to make sure you understood that you were wrong and I was right. And here's my case. I'd lay it out. I didn't even have any education. I didn't understand critical thinking. I didn't understand, a lot of the ways that you can build a case and present whatever it is that you're speaking on, and why you feel so passionately and why you feel this way. And even more so, why you do not see it this other way from, as another individual does. I didn't understand all that stuff, but I was halfway decent at it. And that's not a great thing. Mine was rooted in manipulation and just flat out wanting you to understand I was right. Self-centeredness, fear, unknowing, but I could absolutely get to anger depending on, what the subject matter was and how long you could debate me, if you will, and be successful at it. So anyway, I understand today, that's not, it's okay to get that. I might get angry if I get a flat tire or something or another, I might get angry if something doesn't go the way that makes, basic common sense. See, here I go again. Basic common sense at work or whatever, I might get a little bit salty about, things not going the way that makes damn sense in my mind. But the people making decisions more time are not out there running around. They got a whole lot more going on than what sits in my mind, for sure. And a lot of other considerations that I'm typically not even privy of. I don't even understand a lot of the dynamics of how the decisions were made. And by the way, that's okay. I shoot to be a one-man thing these days, man, as far as my job is concerned. I don't want to oversee nobody else. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want anything to do with that. I had enough of that back in the day. I like being real clear on what I need to do, make sure that I understand it, and then run off and go get my job done best I can, and then be judged on my performance and my performance only. Those are my type of tasks these days. So anyway, I am absolutely rambling. I appreciate y'all joining me. Please subscribe, share, like, tell a friend if you're moved to do so. Y'all make it a good Tuesday out there. See if you can sneak in some kind of random act of anonymous kindness, man. Be out there, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or whatever. It feels good to do good things, man. And it feels like it ain't about me when I can do them anonymously, man. It takes the me factor out of it. So the world could use a whole bunch of good stuff right now. So if you feel a move to do so or see the opportunity, lay down a little act of kindness. And if you get real lucky, you can do it anonymously. So it absolutely doesn't have anything to do with you. It just has to do with doing a kind act. Y'all have a blessed day. Please come on back and join me. We'll make a Wednesday out of it. Thank you so much. Be safe out there. See you soon. Peace.